Mary Kay, the Browns are 0-5 for the second consecutive season, and here we are again with this quarterback situation. DeShone Kizer was benched for the second half in this game. Kevin Hogan came in. He did lead a touchdown drive on his first series. Here we go again, though, at quarterback. Hugh Jackson has a decision to make between now and next Sunday in Houston.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely the right decision to bench DeShone when he did, even though they weren't behind by much. It was just obvious that they needed a spark. Kevin provided that, and going forward, I really think that DeShone Kizer needs to just sit down for a couple of games at least and just absorb everything, kind of reevaluate things, regroup a little bit, and just see if Kevin Hogan can't continue to give them a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, and look, as we've watched DeShone play, we've seen that there have been some flashes, there's been some throws that have made you think, okay, that works, but he is missing guys. He is locking on to guys. He's not anticipating throws very well. We're just seeing things that are long-term trends that need to get fixed. And, maybe Hugh Jackson is going to look at this and say, he's got to sit down. He's got to watch somebody else do this for a little while.
Well, first and foremost, you have the turnovers in the red zone. Those cannot happen anymore. They lead the league with 5 of those, and there were 2 more today. And that second one, the interception down in the red zone, just, he can't take that anymore. That's totally inexcusable. And, it's just time. It's just pretty obvious. I mean, Kevin Hogan came in, and I think he completed 16 of 19 attempts in the second half. That just shows an efficiency that wasn't happening. The other thing is that DeShone Kizer is not good enough yet to put this sort of young and inexperienced receiving core on his back and try to carry it. He cannot do that. He's not seeing the field fast enough.
Well, like you tweeted before the game, Bryce Terriggs didn't even know where the locker room was in this building because he's so new, and he's out there as one of the top targets for DeShone Kizer. And then Kevin Hogan in this game. Kasen Williams is the guy brought in after waivers. This is just a receiving core that is nowhere near what they envisioned, especially with Corey Coleman out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if DeShone had a better supporting cast, because he does have a good offensive line, he has the time to execute the offense. So that's the part that's troubling. If he had a better receiving core around him that could go ahead and make up for some of his deficiencies, then maybe you could kind of keep him in there and let him grow a little bit. But they need somebody that can operate this offense way faster, way better. And for right now, Kevin Hogan is that guy. Now, again, if they had kept Josh McCown, I think that would have been better for everybody. But at this point, Kevin would be better than DeShone.
Yeah, you could have played McCown for a few games and then handed things off. That said, there was definitely one positive today, and it was Myles Garrett making his debut, and what a debut it was. He did not start the game, but his first play from scrimmage on third down blew through the Jets' offensive line, got a sack, ended up getting another sack in the game. I mean, he didn't play a ton of snaps, but what a debut for Garrett.
Yeah, you know what? What more could you ask for than to get a sack on your first NFL snap? That just went right according to the script of what you would want and expect for Myles Garrett, the number 1 overall pick, to get that sack. Just lined up in the middle, blows past his man, brushes off another guy, and just crushes Josh McCown on his very first play in the NFL. Hopefully for him and for the Browns, that bodes very well for the future and that there's many more of those.
And on that second sack, we got a little bit of a J.R. Smith celebration. Myles Garrett said he has not met J.R. Smith yet, but he hopes to. Don't we all? We all want to meet J.R. Smith, especially after the Browns lose their 5th game in a row. We'll have full coverage of it at cleveland.com/Browns.